Once upon a time, on a scorching summer day, the sun blazed mercilessly down from the sky, turning the earth beneath to a sweltering oven. The trees, their leaves dried and curled from the heat, offered little relief, and the birds flew high in the sky, seeking the few pockets of cool air. Among them was a clever crow, known for his sharp wit and resourcefulness. This particular crow, feeling the intense heat, was very thirsty. He had flown far and wide, searching for water, but there was no sign of it anywhere. The few lakes and streams in the area had dried up, and the ponds had evaporated under the unrelenting sun. As his wings began to feel heavier with exhaustion, he realized that he might soon perish if he did not find water soon. His throat was parched, and his beak felt dry as he flew, desperately scanning the land below him. After what seemed like an eternity, the crow finally saw something that gave him hope. In the distance, he noticed a tall, stone jar standing at the edge of a small garden. He had heard rumors from other animals that there was water inside that jar, and this filled him with newfound energy. With renewed purpose, the crow flapped his wings and flew towards the jar. When he arrived, he perched on the edge of the jar and peered inside. To his dismay, the water was far lower than he had anticipated. It sat at the bottom of the jar, too deep for the crow to reach with his beak. He flapped his wings in frustration, cawing loudly in dismay. The crow tried to dip his beak into the jar, but it was impossible to reach the water. He pushed the jar with his feet, hoping to tilt it, but the jar was heavy and didn't move. For a moment, he thought all hope was lost. But then, something inside him stirred. He remembered the many lessons he had learned throughout his life, to think before acting, to use his mind, and to never give up. The crow flew around the jar a few times, pondering a solution. He looked closely at the interior and noticed that the water was too deep for his beak to touch, but there were small pebbles scattered around.